Well, we hope it'll never happen to us. The sudden chest pain, the tingling in your arm, the heart attack. But what if it did happen to someone you love and you were sitting right next to them? Numbers show the majority of people would feel helpless not knowing what to do. But today on Delmarva Life, yet another way that technology is helping. And this time around, it could help save a life.
Well, this woman thought her life was over. Suffering from type 1 diabetes, she even made her own funeral arrangements. But then a family she never met, coupled with a doctor who had a plan, turned everything around. We'll hear her remarkable story.
Well, here's another woman with another remarkable story, actress E. Apatha Murkison. Now, you probably know her from the long-running legal drama Law & Order, but she's no longer fighting fictitious crime. She now still has a battle to face every single day. She's going to drop in to tell us more about it.
Well, a box of kittens might seem like a 6-year-old's dream, but that dream is a reality here at the Sussex County chapter of the SPCA. Coming up, I'll tell you how you can get your hands on one of these little guys.
Well, that's one reason why we love Friday. Here's the other. That's right, it's another great afternoon of local music. Today, Apex Revolution takes the stage in historic Studio D. Delmarva Life starts right now. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Delmarva Live from historic Studio D.
And we'd like to welcome our studio audience. Welcome to the show.
These guys.
Looks like we got some scouts in the audience today.
Unfortunately, they're a little shy, so, you know. I am kidding. It was a joke. Just want to say. There is a new rocket scientist on the shore. Would like to introduce you this afternoon to 3-year-old Jackson Palmer. Jackson has acute lymphoblastic leukemia, and through the Casey Cares Foundation, visited NASA Wallops. Take a look at this guy, strutting his stuff on the tarmac with one of the fire trucks. Just look at him. He says, I got this.
I got this.
I got this. When offered help to lift a bouncy Mars-like ball in the visitor center, Jackson said, no, I got it, because I got super muscles. I love this kid. Jackson darted from one end of both Wallops hangars to the other, climbing into the NASA's P-38 UH-1 Huey helicopter, the T-34 aircraft, and as part of the Navy's Fleet Carrier Landing Practice program there at Wallops, a Navy E-2C2 aircraft.
Wow.
And I wanted to read this to you because this actually came from the NASA press release. It said, at the end of his visit, Jackson demonstrated that even in the face of an inevitable nap, he had more energy than many of his adult companions that day.
You go, Jackson.
You go, Jackson.
Well, you know, there's a school that was established in 1911 here on the eastern shore of Maryland, the Gunston Farm School. Mary Middleton refused to accept that their daughter, who had polio, would get anything but an excellent education. Well, now that a Gunston school has broken ground on a $4 million renovation of one of its buildings. It was originally dorm space when it was built in 1964 for the girls' school. Gunston expects the new space will house an art and digital media center, the Susan Kunkel Student Center, and the Alice Ryan Media and Technology Center. It all should be done within about 6 months.
Wow.
Beautiful campus up there. Absolutely beautiful.
Neat place. Neat place. By the way, if you're looking to get that wonderful summer suntan and you're under 18, it's not going to be in a tanning bed, at least not in Delaware. Just want to let you know, Delaware House of Representatives has approved legislation that will make it illegal for anybody under the age of 18 to use a tanning bed. Now, as of right now, those under 18 can use them if they have their parents' consent. That's going to change. The state Senate approved the measure last month. It now goes to the governor's desk for his signature. One lawmaker said he voted for the legislation because the World Health Organization actually established the device as a Class 1 carcinogen, as in the same category as asbestos and tobacco, and recommends that minors not be allowed to use them at all. That was Representative Dennis Williams, who's a Democrat out of Tallyville. So I like that.
Speaking of the sun, it's summer, and last weekend my husband and I watched Ping Pong Summer, the movie that they made down in Ocean City. Really enjoyed it. You need to. It's on demand. So yeah, you want to check that out sometime. But you were telling me there's more movie making going on Delmarva.
Yes. Have you ever heard of September 10th films? They've done a couple of them. Here's one of them. In My Father's Eyes, they've done another one called East New York. Joseph Johnson, it's his company. He moved to Dover from New York a couple of years ago. He's now putting together his third movie. He's going to shoot it in Dover, okay? Written, directed, and produced by Johnson. Be careful what you pray for. is going to be a story of love, deception, and second chances. Sounds pretty good, doesn't
I like
it?
the sound of that.
Can't
I
wait
love
for
local
that.
movies, and you're always watching to see things that you recognize. One thing that I recognized in Ping Pong Summer was when they went to the crab feast and they threw out all the crabs.
Yeah.
All those crabs had Old Bay on them, right?
Right.
Old Bay, Maryland go hand in hand.
hand.
But can you imagine the state of Maryland without Old Bay? Well, it may actually be a reality. The company that makes the famous blend of herbs and spices is considering leaving the state. McCormick, that's the company that makes it, wants to consolidate 800 employees working in 4 different buildings into one facility. They are looking at facilities in Maryland, but they're also looking at facilities in Pennsylvania, Delaware, and Northern Virginia. You cannot take Old Bay out of the state.
That's
No.
just not right. That's un-American.
Yeah.
I don't do that. Fortunately, we have both been here at WBOC for quite some time.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine trying to build a resume. But you were telling me about this guy that built a very
Well,
successful
these
one.
days you need to build a resume that stands out from all the other ones.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting imaginative. Well, one graphic designer in Canada found that way. He actually put his resume on beer.
Yeah.
It's a pack of beer. In fact, he brewed the beer himself. During the process, he created labels for each bottle. Each label featured a snippet from his portfolio and an accompanying key or QR code, the little code, so that they could
Right,
actually
right.
get more information out of that.
Online and called it Resumail.
Resumail.
like
By the
that.
way, he got the job.
He got the job. We all love dogs. We especially love the underdog. You can probably count Peanut as one of those.
Aw.
Peanut's been named the world's ugliest dog. I can't imagine why. Just to let you know a little background here, Peanut was badly burned when he was a puppy. He spent 9 months in an animal shelter. He was eventually adopted. He is now getting international attention, and guess what? He's even gotten a makeover on a late-night TV talk show.
The underdog. Yay! And if you want to see more dogs, you have to stay tuned.
Yes, stick
Delmarva Life Sean Stryker is at the SPCA in Sussex County, going to
Yes,
show
he
us
is.
some pets who are up for adoption. Can't
Probably
wait
your
for that.
best friend that you don't even know yet, you're going to take home with you.
Yeah, what he said. Well, still ahead on Delmarva Life, the average American smartphone user has about 25 apps on their phone, but how many of those apps can actually save a life? Well, here's one that can. We'll show you how it can get life-saving help to heart attack victims faster.
Also going to meet a woman who 20 years ago was planning her own funeral. With organ failure due to diabetes, there was little hope she would make it. How a persistent doctor and a gift from strangers changed everything.
Well, here's something else, or someone else who knows all about diabetes. You may recognize her as Lieutenant Anita Van Buren from TV's legal drama Law and Order. S. Apatha Murkison joins us to talk about her battle with the disease.
And let's all say it together, it's Friday! We're going to rock you into the weekend. Apex Revolution takes the Delmarva Life stage. Delmarva Life will be right back.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and LG dealers, and State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.